One snake should be kept in each of many distinct enclosures, and only during the breeding season should they be let to mate. Bricks should be used to construct snake enclosures, and the mesh should be made of iron or wood. To ensure caregiver safety, keep snakes from escaping, and stop them from becoming aggressive, the enclosure should only be opened when feeding is required. The type of food provided by caretakers will depend on the snake's species. Other snake species may be fed fresh meat, but venomous snakes are usually fed frogs and chicken meat. Above all, care must be taken when working with poisonous snake enclosures to prevent possibly harmful exposure. Are you aware of why Indonesians treat snakes with such deference? Despite being poisonous reptiles, they are valuable for their components. Snake venom is regarded as liquid gold because to its anticoagulant and antiplatelet qualities, which lower the risk of cancer and prevent blood clotting. Its actions can be utilized to isolate and improve analgesics and painkillers in contemporary medicine, as well as to create antivenom, a unique medication used to treat snake bites. Snake venom is an essential ingredient in many pharmaceutical formulations. Please leave a comment with number 1 if you have ever received snake venom treatment. Every portion of the snake is processed with care and skill at the Disecandiayo snake meat market, which helps to preserve the locals' distinctive cultural heritage. In addition to being a tasty food, snake flesh is a rich source of vitamins, protein, and vital minerals that support and improve health. Every year, more than 10,000 tons of live snakes are consumed in Indonesia. The complicated procedure of processing snake meat calls for accuracy and skill. The best pieces of the snake's meat are chosen after its various parts are separated. Depending on the technique of cooking, the meat can then be chopped into little pieces or left in larger strips. To guarantee customer safety, the production method must follow stringent food hygiene guidelines. With a selling price of $13 per pound of meat, the king cobra is the priciest snake. Why is it that when processing snake meat, humans separate the skins? The fashion industry has a strong demand for snake skin, one of the most lucrative items from Indonesia's snake breeding sector. Their luxury and distinctiveness add substantial economic worth, making them a major source of revenue for companies and farmers. Because of its beauty and quality, snakeskin products are highly prized and frequently used to create high-end fashion pieces like handbags, wallets, and a lot more. Handbags manufactured by Barega Veneta from snakeskin are typically quite expensive, frequently costing thousands of dollars. You can only imagine how much these snakeskins will cost when they get to Western fashion houses, up to $4,000 per piece. Many areas in Indonesia have entered the snakeskins industry due to the attractive profit margins, which have resulted in a substantial increase in employment and income options for the populace. More than 175,000 individuals work in the snake farming and care sector, making it a vital source of employment for people. Upon viewing the video, are you concerned about the safety of others? Comment number 1 if you come across any poisonous snakes. Remark 0 whether snakes have a financial benefit to Indonesians. We appreciate that you watched the entire video. Please wait for the upcoming videos by liking and subscribing to the channel. In Japan, eel farming is not a brand new agricultural sector. It has a lengthy history and is strongly associated with this nation's food and culture. The snack tradition now includes eel as a significant component. We frequently take pleasure in traditional festivals and partner celebrations, particularly during the summer. Japan has a wide variety of eel farming models. This type is for eel farming outdoors. Divided into eel ages, they reside in ponds. Their owner is feeding them. In Japan, homegrown bran is used on nearly all eel farms. There are numerous components in this kind of bran, including as bran, vermicelli, fish, and shrimp. Prior to feeding, they are combined. At 10 months of age, eels are typically harvested here. Eels should be harvested at approximately 4 a.m. Farmers will gather eels with seine nets. The eels will be taken to the farms that sell them after being placed in the basket of the vehicle. Here they will be chosen and categorized into several sections based on their size. Eels that are larger will be sent for processing. What's it like to raise eels on farms that are closed? On this farm, they raise eels. These eels are still developing as baby eels. The only way to identify them if you allow them to swim in the water is to look at their eyes and the black line that runs the length of their body. Maintaining a constant water temperature between 23 degrees Celsius and 28 degrees Celsius is essential for healthy growth. Eel farming is practiced here. Water stirring systems facilitate adaptation, growth, and development by bringing the eel's living conditions closer to those found in nature. A Japanese farmer is preparing eel meal. Then they mix it up with bran powder and other healthy ingredients. They will cut and separate into containers after thoroughly mixing, and then transport them to every feeding place. To prevent the powder from spreading too much into the water area, they poured it straight into the iron cages in the water. The eels will be harvested and transported to processing facilities after their weight and size satisfy requirements. Before being loaded onto trucks and driven to the processing facility, the eels will be kept in the sizable water bags equipped with air pumps. To find out how we can process thousands of eels in an hour, we will now enter the processing factory. Here in this factory, you will find the answers to your queries. Following their transportation to the processing facility, the eels will be placed in stone bathing tanks. The eel's body secretes a lot of mucus. Thus, this is really essential. To remove this quantity of mucus, a revolving mechanism akin to a washing drum is inserted in the tank. According to the conveyor system, the eels will be released after roughly 25 minutes. Here, the staff will separate them into tiny containers and cover them with crushed ice to keep them fresh. The unique feature here is that the stone will increase friction on the eel body, which will facilitate the subsequent eel processing stage. See if you can get it ready this way. Every eel will have a nail affixed to the chopping board. The organs and spine will then be removed when they have been separated from it. By doing this, you may prevent the eel meat from crumbling and preserve its flavor. The eel will be cleaned and drained after processing. Each eel's weight will be determined by these scales, which will then separate it into appropriate boxes. After each box has been filled with crushed ice, it will proceed to the following stage. You will need to go through several steps in order to obtain your stuff. The eels will now undergo another round of washing before being put on this machine's conveyor system. The eel pieces will be positioned next to one another so that more can be obtained after one processing. The machine's grilling system will help tighten the eel's surface. After they exit the grill, they are turned over to the back side, where any burned parts will be removed. If the other side has been grilled, they proceed through the sweet sauce system, which evenly covers both sides of the eel. This particular grilled eel is served with a unique sweet sauce. They cover the entire surface of the eel, resembling a honey coating. The color was stunning, but the eel chunks were still not completely submerged in the sauce after the first two coatings. The eel pieces start to taste rich after 4 times, and the sauce's color thickens on the eel meat. Do they not appear really attractive? To freeze the eel meat chunks, they will run directly on the conveyor belt. After weighing each piece of frozen eel, it will be placed in boxes. I sincerely appreciate everyone who watched this video. As a result, please remember to share all of the issues and challenges you are encountering on your farms, as we have no idea what kind of challenges you may be facing. This will greatly assist us with our next episodes.